Hello and welcome everyone. This is Steve Heffron, co-founder of the Healthy Back Institute. And here I am with one of my favorite devices, an in-home spinal decompression device. If you've been following us long enough, you know that our primary methodology for helping people overcome back pain is to help people identify what we call muscle imbalances that create postural dysfunctions. So I'll give you an example. So if the fronts of my muscles are tight and dominantly strong and the back of my muscles are weak, what happens is the pelvis tips forward, right? Now the pelvis can tip forward, or it can tip backward, or it can be high on one side. Well, I'm forwardly tipped and I'm high right hip. And what happens is when I swim or when I do my jujitsu, my SI joint will get stuck. Now, SI joint situations feel a little bit different than pain or back pain. To me, it feels like, don't get me wrong, it hurts, but I feel like something is out of place and I don't feel like moving quite the way I should. Now, again, part of my responsibility at the Healthy Back Institute is to identify particular products that are easy to use and highly effective. 100% of the time, whenever I've been on this device, my SI joint has clunked back into place. In fact, when I was demonstrating this for the video, it clunked back into place and it already happened. So it's not going to happen on video, but it already happened as I was using it. So I don't know that it's you're not going to see this use in the manual, but what I've identified is a simple way to use it to help the SI joint come back into place. Now, because we're standing with its use, one of the things I do is set the height, set the weight belt right at my hip. Okay, so a forward tipping pelvis and a high hip will be signified as the high hip side will rotate or be more forward, right? So my right hip is high and more forward relative to my left side. So when I come in here and I put this on here, I know that I have more pressure on my right side than I do on my left. But then what I do is I come in, I take a nice deep breath in, come all the way down, and then I lift my left leg, which is my non-high hip side, and I put more pressure on the high hip side. Now, you don't need to lift it this high, you just need to unweight it. And I feel like I can push that forward tip pelvis and that high hip back just a little bit more. Now again, my SI joint already clunked back into place several minutes ago, so it didn't happen now. But if you have an SI joint issue, if you know that sensation that I'm talking about where it hurts and you can't really move or function the way you should, if you know it's an SI joint problem, using this device has been so effective for me, I had to take the time to create this video. So, if you have any questions about your SI joint or the effectiveness of this, please feel free, and again, I give you permission to email me direct or to call me direct at 1-800-216-4908, and I look forward to hearing of your success.